So should I remove my mask?
Uh,
Would that look better?
देख लीजिए.
So when we were allotted this land, we were told very clearly that we will give you the piece of land, we'll give you electricity connection, and we'll give a road up to your main gate. As far as water is concerned, we were supposed to manage with whatever we have below this 100 acres of land. Now, this Neemrana is a red stress zone as far as water is concerned. Locally, when you go to the fields, water is at around 400 feet as of now. And I'll tell you the story of Sabi River subsequently as we go along. So we are very mindful of management of water on the campus. So we have a program called Resonance, which is the induction program for the students, all new batches who join it as a 3 weeks long program. So during that period, we take them around all this to sensitize them about water right from now. Water environment. What all measures have we taken to protect the environment? So Kamal would have spoken a lot about the green air conditioning, the geothermal coupling cooling, and the EAT and all that we have, whereby we save 50% electricity and we don't produce any greenhouse gases. So less consumed is less produced, is less natural resources spoiled. That is the concept that we follow, part of the sustainability side. Similarly, for water, what we have done, so on the campus, we have essentially two types of water. One is good water and is bad water. So all the good water is the runoff water that comes from rain. All the buildings have been designed in a manner that we capture maximum runoff water or the natural water. And then there's a network of drains in a manner that wherever we capture, it is brought to one or the other water harvesting recharge pit. So what you see in front of you, it is one of the water harvesting recharge pits.
This is one of the water harvesting recharge points.
Okay. So if you look to your right and rear, you will find this drain coming. So this drain has got, cover has got perforations on top also. So this is bringing this runoff water from that building and its surrounding areas. And all the rainwater that is here, that also goes and drips in from the top. This first comes into this initial rectangular chamber that you see. Is the first collection chamber. This one. This is where this can be, this next part. And this is also deep, so it collects basically to decant the water. So a lot of muck also comes along the water. So sediments then flows into this big chamber. This again is a water collection chamber, and you see these two square structures in the center. This has got 350 feet deep perforated pipes. So once this fills up, this acts as a second level of decanter. Then it flows into that and gradually seeps into the ground and recharges the subsoil water, because that is where from we are drawing the water. Okay, so that is the concept that we follow. As of now, we have got 5 such recharge wells. One is here, one is the bowl that you saw, one is across the road next to the football field, and there are 2 more this side. And as we keep constructing, we'll have more numbers of them. So,
Recharging the groundwater level.
yes, it is basic.
Change in the groundwater level.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. So, the concept is that whatever we use, we should be able to recreate. That is the concept. So, whatever water we use, we try to recharge as well. But geologically, that water may not come to us.
Yes.
Whatever we are, it may go somewhere else. But at least we are satisfied to the extent that we are recharging. And as a consequence, the result is that when you go to Neemrana, Central Groundwater Authority came, the water level in last 5 years has gone down more than 10 meters, 10 to 12 meters. Whereas on the campus, we have gone down only by 2 meters. And this year, we have come up by half a meter.
Wonderful. Wow.
So that is the result that we are seeing.